Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. So today we're going to be looking at QUANT QNT versus Chainlink. Link, as you guys know, I'm obviously a holder of QUANT, but there's a lot of people out there like Link Maxis, things like that, who are talking about Chainlink. I'm aware of Chainlink from the last bull run. I think it'll do well, but let's have a little bit of a dive onto both. So Chainlink, the website itself, very similar to Quant in terms of it not being like, a sexy website, but it is reasonably informative. And I think that, if you are choosing to invest in either project, then you should definitely come have a look at both. We'll touch on a few other bits and pieces like founders and charts and stuff in a little while. But so connecting the world to blockchain, Chainlink is the centralized computing platform powering the verifiable web. Then there's some options for data and compute and stuff like that. And you obviously, like I said before, come and have a look at both websites before making your mind. Chainlink in capital markets. So tomorrow's banking here today, bringing capital markets on chain with DTCC and Chainlink. You've got Swift, you've got cross-chain settlement of tokenized assets as well. Total transaction value enabled. That's huge. Why Chainlink is the global standard. You've got time-tested security, universal interoperability. Again, I've said before about how important interoperability is. It's one of the big things behind Quant. Excuse me. Feeling a bit rough today. World-class developer experience, an international movement building tomorrow today. So there's the Chainlink website again. There's a lot more detail, a lot more tabs you can have a look at. Quant, again, the foundation of the blockchain economy. It's going to be one of the sole things or sole building blocks for CBDCs. Unlock and benefit for all. Assets of all kinds, from currencies to carbon credits, are being tokenized on blockchain. Financial institutions, enterprises, and their customers all benefit from assets whose ownership is immutable, provenance is traceable, and use is easy to manage. Entirely new digital economies are emerging as a result, and our patented technology makes this simple, trusted, and future-proof, which I think it is. It's an empowering, interconnected world. Again, you can come and flick through this yourselves, but interoperability is one of the keys. But you've got ease of use, security, adaptability, programmability, and resilience. Again, the website itself, they're not going to be, like gaming websites where everyone's sort of like looking at them and they're very interested in them. But from an investor point of view, I think they're worth definitely going through. I found this as well. So as the crypto space grows as a whole, there is more and more demand for an off-chain data communications. We've seen the rapid growth of oracles such as Chainlink in the article, we're covering two projects and help in the communication between off-chain and on-chain data, which is Chainlink and Quant. This is from a website called onchainupdates.com. So it's their article. So we're going to have a little look at it now. We're not going to go through the entire article, but just a few bits between Chainlink and Quant. While both Quant and Chainlink help to facilitate the communication of on-chain and off-chain data, these two projects are vastly different and help solve different problems in their own respective ways. While Chainlink is an oracle that mainly focuses purely on the communication of data, Quant also does this using their own network, Overledger, which is targeted at financial institutions, enterprises, and banks. Quant's main goal is to create an empowered and connected world through interoperable ecosystems. So Chainlink is the largest and most well-known oracle in the cryptocurrency space and is responsible for enabling a whopping 6.9 trillion in value. I believe that's now like 8. This is done through its oracle, which allows smart contracts to access and communicate with off-chain data. As Chainlink is the most well-known oracle in the space, it's formed partnerships with some of the biggest projects such as AAVE, Compound, and ENS. As you can probably guess, this is a very powerful use case as a real-world adoption of cryptocurrency grows, and more organizations have a way to effectively communicate with the blockchain and have the ability to have smart contracts communicate across different networks, which is the interoperability thing. It's key. What is Quant? So Quant is a network which focuses on improving the connection between blockchain and off-chain data, powered by its software Overledger. Quant is the world's very first API-connected gateway for blockchains. Through this, Quant is able to provide organizations such as banks, lenders, insurance companies, and more the infrastructure required to connect to multiple different blockchains. As more blockchains are developed in different languages and different softwares, there's an ever-growing need for a network that allows organizations to connect all these different blockchains without having to recode scripts and adjust their businesses for each specific blockchain. By using Overledger, organizations can use API Gateway to connect all the different blockchains together in one place, allowing the organization to share information and data between the networks and also work for communication data that is off the blockchain. Also, founded by Gilbert Verdin, who's over 20 years of experience in the cybersecurity space, having worked with organizations such as MasterCard and PwC, Quant has a very talented team with experience in all sectors from finance, security, right through to blockchain technology. So the key is Chainlink better than Quant? While Chainlink and Quant are very different networks, they do have one thing in common: the connection of different networks and the transferring of data. The one thing that Chainlink really has over Quant is its deep partnerships and dozens of already in place integrations with smart contracts and protocols. It's hard to say which is better, as they both serve different but similar use cases. In the case of enterprise-sized organizations such as banks and governments accessing blockchains, Quant may have the upper hand due to their simple API, allowing organizations to connect to all blockchains with ease. However, on the other hand, in the case of smart contracts communicating with each other on a blockchain-to-blockchain level, Chainlink has the upper hand. So this begs the question, which is the better, Oracle, Chainlink, or Quant? Purely as an Oracle, Chainlink has withstood the test of time and shown its efficiency and high level of performance as an Oracle. That's not to say that Quant's network Overledger won't one day become the gold standard of the space. So here's a little chart that kind of tallies where they both are. This is a website called Wallet Investor. So you've got your market cap at the minute. Obviously, Link is at 6 billion, Quant's at 1.2 billion. The price of Quant is $100, where Link is 11. And if you look at the availability, which we'll touch on in a little while, the available supply at the minute, Quant 12 million, but actually it's 14 now, according to CoinGecko, which we'll look at in a second, and Link 556 million. Move that a little bit out of the way. So now we've got the co-founder of Chainlink, which is Sergey Nazarov. If you look at their backgrounds, and we'll also look at Gilbert's as well. So the experience-wise, they're co-founders of Chainlink's lab, co-founder of Smart Contract, Secure Assets and Exchange. So a lot of experience within the space, which is fine. We like to see that. Also worked as a teaching fellow, I believe. Yeah, teaching fellow at NYU Stern School of Business. If we look at Steve Ellis, he's the other co-founder, again, from New York. Again, very similar work experience to his colleague, and again was a teacher's assistant at NYU. So compare that, though, to Gilbert Verdian. Now, Gilbert Verdian is one of the most connected people I've ever seen on LinkedIn for this kind of thing, right? So he's the CEO and founder of Quant. He's worked for a MasterCard company. He's worked for the New South Wales Ambulance and eHealth, director at cybersecurity, security lead at the Ministry of Justice, worked with digital security for BP, HSBC, HM Treasury. There's so much there, but his volunteer experience, it just blows your mind. So he was a member of the board of directors at the Digital Pound Foundation, the Federal Reserve for Fed Payments Improvement Community, Seymour Cyber, Bank of England, back to the Federal Reserve with Secure Payment Task Force. The guy is connected. He's going to know a lot of people, and I think that's going to really make the institutions, the big boys, come into Quant. If we look at Chainlink's price now at the minute, it's at 11.11, 3.3% up on the day. But if you look at its total supply, it's not anywhere near as scarce as what Quant is. Its market cap is also already $6.2 billion, which is high. But it has been around a while, but it is still high compared to Quant's. So if you look at Quant, currently priced at $100.05. Look at that circulating supply, 14.5 million, a max supply of 14.6. So scarce, so scarce. I did a video about Quant a while back where I said about, the population of particular countries. If you all wanted one Quant, they couldn't do it because that's how scarce it is. There has been times over the past few months where exchanges were limiting the amount of Quant you could buy because of that scarcity. And I think that when we come into the bull run, that scarcity element is going to be absolutely huge and will play a big role in this. The more scarce something is, look at gold, the more expensive the price is. For this to do a 10x, which I believe $1,000 a Quant is very, very easy to do, you're only looking at a $14 billion market cap, which I think this will easily get to. I think it's going to be adopted big time by the big institutions, the banks, and a lot of governments throughout the world who have these interconnected sort of web of connections with all these other people. And I think Gilbert Verdian's right in the middle of that. So for me, it's all about Quant. I would definitely be looking at Quant over Link. I'm not saying Link's a bad project. I know there's a lot of people who love Link, so they'll be in the comments going mad that I'm choosing Quant. But I've said before, Quant, I think, will be the key run. Supply shock will be real. and it's inevitable, I think, for me that Quant will do very, very well. But that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear your opinion. So if you can get in the comments below, let me know what you think about Quant, what you think about Link, what you think about any crypto things in general, and we'll always have a good discussion in there. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did like this video, please smack the like button. I really do appreciate that. Subscriber-wise, we're closing on 1,400 now. That's going very, very well. So thank you very much for everyone who took the time to do that. Wherever you are in the world, have a great day, have a great evening. Whatever you're doing, have a great time. And as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Goodbye.